tonight. Brother Rob, Councilmember Bill Donner, I will lead us in the pledge. As you can see, Councilmember Donner's got a black cloth on his chair and it's pushed back. We honored him. He had a great service on Saturday, and we honored him. He will be missed. I will give all you council an opportunity in the council meeting to say something if you'd like. But I wanted everyone that's watching to know why that chair is pushed back. So, our city attorney is out of town right now. He's already called in. He's on speakerphone in case there's a legal question about anything. He's joining us by a conference call. All right, we'll move on into the agenda meeting, and we'll start with the A&P Commission. All right, Animal Services. Nothing to report. Thank you. Commissions Committee.
Nothing to report, sir.
All right, Community Service.
Nothing to report.
All right, we'll move into the Finance Committee.
Yes, sir. First thing we'll have tonight is resolution number 11 of 2026. It's a resolution awarding a contract for the Ralph Bunch Connector Trail to the lowest responsive and responsible bidder, authorizing the mayor to execute the contract and related documents and for other purposes. Then we'll have resolution number 12. I guess I need to get a motion done.
No, it's just the agenda.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a week. Next is resolution number 12 of 2026. It's a resolution amending the FY 2025 budget of the city of Benton, as adopted by resolution number 142 of 2024 to revise appropriations to reflect the FY 2025 actual expenditures as set forth in Exhibit 1 and for other purposes, something we do every year. Next is resolution number 13 of 2026. It's a resolution accepting a certified local government grant in the amount of $17,000 from the Arkansas Historic Preservation Program, amending the 2026 general fund budget to increase revenue and expenditure appropriations in the amount of $17,000 and for other purposes. Next is resolution number 14 of 2026. It's a resolution approving the procurement of Spartan prosecutor software from Spartan Technology Solutions for use by the city prosecutor's office, amending the FY 2026 court automation fund budget to increase appropriations in the amount of $22,120 using available cash on hand and for other purposes. And finally, resolution number 15 of 2026 is a resolution declaring certain city personal property as surplus, authorizing the sale of the surplus property by public auction and for other purposes. And that's all I have, sir.
All right, does any council have any questions about any of these? All right, seeing none, we'll move to the Parks Committee. All right, thank you. Councilmember Baptist, we'll move to the Personnel and Health Committee.
Yes, Mayor, we have one ordinance tonight, ordinance 3 of 2026, an order to authorizing and actuarial evaluation.
Any questions about this one? All right, we'll move to the Planning Commission.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. We have 6 ordinance coming tonight. We have ordinance number 4 of 2026. It's an ordinance amending the city of Benton zoning ordinance. Ordinance number 14 of 2017 as amended to amended section 7.022 S School Zone District and for other purposes. We have ordinance number 5 of 2026. It's an ordinance rezoning property at 707 Columbia Road in the city of Benton, Saline County, Arkansas, from C2 General Commercial to R5 Multifamily District and for other purposes. We have ordinance number 6 of 2026, an ordinance rezoning 30.26 acres alongside Sleepy Valley Road in the city of Benton, Saline County, Arkansas, from L1 Light Industrial to R3 Single Family District and for other purposes. We have ordinance number 7 of 2026, an ordinance rezoning property alongside Longview Street in the city of Benton, Saline County, Arkansas, from R2 Single Family District Detached Housing to R5 Multifamily District and for other purposes. We have ordinance number 8 of 2026, an ordinance rezoning approximately 62.99 acres located on the north side of Sleepy Valley Road in the city of Benton, Saline County, Arkansas, from LI Light Industrial District to R3 Single Family Residential District, amending the official zoning map and for other purposes. And last, we have ordinance number 9 of 2026. It's an ordinance granting an appeal to the Benton City Council from a decision of the Board of Adjustments denying a sign variance or permit decision under the Benton Sign Regulation Ordinance of number 42 of 2020, setting the appeal for the City Council hearing on the February 23rd of 2026 and for other purposes. And that's all we have, sir.
All right, thank you. Anyone from the council have any questions on these? All right, we'll move to Public Utility Commission. Councilmember Hart. Horizontal. Both of these are sole sources, right? They're both sole sources. Okay. All right, nothing else. We'll adjourn this agenda meeting and we'll start the council meeting in 2 minutes. All right, good evening. I'm going to call the February 23rd council meeting to order. At this time, I'll ask Brother Rob Gaddis to come forward and give us the invocation. I'll ask everyone to stand up, remove your head covering, and then we'll follow that with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you so much for the city of Benton. And Lord, I thank you so much for these leaders and the people represented here tonight. Lord, I pray for clarity, Lord, and wisdom and judgment. Lord, James 1:5 reminds us that those who need wisdom, they ask you, and you will generously. Lord, I pray again over this meeting tonight that your will be done in all areas. Lord, and as we pray for wisdom, I also pray for a change of hearts that needs to take place in this community. Lord, thank you so much for the promise given to us by the death, burial, and resurrection of your Son, Jesus Christ. Lord, I ask for a hedge of protection over our first responders, over our teachers, students, and schools, all those who protect us and keep our children safe. Lord, I ask that this meeting, Lord, not only serve this community, but also serve you and glorify you. Lord, thank you for all you do and for all your many wonderful blessings. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. You'll join me. Thank you, brother. Roll call.
Steve Brown, Ann Spencer Cole, Evelyn Reed, Bill Donner, Jeff Morrow,
Here.
Judd Hart, Trevor Valines, Steve Lee, Jeff Ham. Be none present.
9 present. Thank you. You want to read this statement up for you?
Yes, sir. I affirm that I have not engaged in any prohibited discussion, deliberation, or polling regarding any item on this meeting's agenda outside of a properly noticed and open meeting in compliance with the Arkansas Freedom of Information Act as amended by Act 505 of 2025. And I'm going to call the roll. Frank Baptist? Steve Brown? Ian Spencer Cole? Evelyn Reed? Bill Donner? Jeff Morrow?
Yes.
Judd Hart? Trevor Valines? Steve Lee? Jeff Ham?
9 yes.
Yes, sir.
Before you have the minutes of the January council meeting, which we held in February due to the icy roads. It was postponed for a week. I need someone to make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, minutes have been approved. We'll move into the committee reports and the motions, and we'll start with the Finance Committee.
Yes, sir, I'd like to make a motion that we read and adopt resolution number 11 of 2026.
We have a motion and a second to read and adopt resolution number 11, 2026, please.
Resolution number 11 of 2026, a resolution awarding contract for the Ralph Bunch Connector Trail to the lowest responsible bidder, authorizing the mayor to execute the contract and related documents and for other purposes.
If all these resolutions and ordinances came through our committees, this one, the recommendation came from McClellan. They researched this construction company and said they were the best one fit for this project at this time. Any questions or comments from the public? From the council? They were the lowest bid as well. They were the lowest bid as well. That is correct. We have a motion and a second to approve resolution number 11.
Ian Spencer Cole? Evelyn Reed? Bill Donner? Jeff Morrow?
Yes.
Judd Hart? Trevor Valines? Steve Lee? Jeff Ham? Frank Baptist? Steve Brown?
Yes.
All right, resolution number 11 of 2026 passes 9-1. Councilmember Brown?
Yes, sir, I'd like to make a motion that we read and adopt resolution number 12 of 2026.
We have a motion and a second to read and adopt resolution number 12 of 2026, please.
Resolution 12 of 2026, a resolution amending the fiscal year 2025 budget of the city of Benton, Arkansas, as adopted by resolution number 142 of 2024 to revise appropriations to reflect the fiscal year 2025 actual expenditures as set forth in Exhibit 1 and for other purposes.
As Councilmember Brown said earlier, this is something we do every year. It's the true-up thing the legislative audit requires us to do every year after the audit. So, any comments or questions from the public? From the council? Let's take a vote.
Evelyn Reed? Bill Donner? Jeff Morrow? Judd Hart? Trevor Valines? Steve Lee? Jeff Ham? Frank Baptist? Steve Brown?
Yes.
Ian Spencer Cole?
All right, resolution number 12 of 2026 passes 9-1. Councilmember Brown?
Yes, sir. I'd like to make a motion, we read and adopt resolution number 13 of 2026.
We have a motion and a second to read and adopt resolution number 13, 2026, please.
Resolution number 13 of 2026, a resolution accepting a certified local government grant in the amount of $17,000 from the Arkansas Historic Preservation Program, amending the 2026 general fund budget to increase revenue and expenditure appropriations in the amount of $17,000 and for other purposes.
The $17,000 is broken down into $4,000 to send the chairman of the Historic District Commission to a conference so he can better understand what a historic district does or doesn't do. And then the other $13,000 is for a survey of our downtown historic district to see how we can improve on it. Any questions or comments from the public? From the council? Please take a vote.
Bill Donner, Jeff Morrow. Judd Hart. Prayer Vines. Steve Lee. Jeff Ham. Frank Baptist. Steve Brown.
Yes.
And Spencer Cole. Evelyn Reed.
All right, resolution number 13 of 26 passes 9-1. Councilmember Brown?
Yes, sir. I'd like to make a motion, we read and adopt resolution number 14 of 2026.
All right, we have a motion and a second to read and adopt resolution number 14 of 2026, please.
Resolution number 14 of 2026, a resolution approving the procurement of Spartan prosecutor software from Spartan Technology Solutions for use by the city prosecutor's office, amending the fiscal year 2026 court automation fund budget to increase appropriations in the amount of $22,120 using available cash on hand and for other purposes.
If you recall, Mr. Walton and his staff was here making this recommendation. They said it would save a lot of time with processing warrants. It would help our police department in this area also. So, any questions or comments from the public? From the council?
Mayor, do we know how much is in the funds, or if there are still available funds left?
There's still available funds left.
How much?
Okay. Any other questions? All right, if not, please take a vote.
Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
Judd Hart.
Yes.
Prayer Vines.
Yes.
Steve Lee.
Yes.
Jeff Ham.
Yes.
Frank Baptist.
Yes.
Steve Brown.
Yes.
And Spencer Cole. Evelyn Reed. Bill Donner.
Resolution number 14 of 2026 passes 9-1. Councilmember Brown?
Yes, sir. I'd like to make a motion, we read and adopt resolution number 15 of 2026.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second to read and adopt resolution number 15 of 2026, please.
Resolution number 15 of 2026, a resolution declaring certain city personal property as surplus, authorizing the sale of the surplus property by public auction and for other purposes.
These are 3 vehicles that the police department has had for 9 or 10 years, all of them with over 100,000 miles on. They're all Dodge Chargers, and so we'll put them out to bid and get the best we can for it. Any comments or questions from the public? From the council? Please take a vote.
Judd Hart.
Yes.
Prayer Vines. Steve Lee.
Yes.
Jeff Ham.
Yes.
Frank Baptist.
Yes.
Steve Brown.
Yes.
And Spencer Cole. Evelyn Reed. Bill Donner. Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
All right, resolution number 15 of 2026 passes 9-1. Anything else, Councilmember Brown?
No, sir.
All right, thank you. We'll move on to personnel and health.
Would like to read and adopt ordinance number 3 of 2026.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to read and adopt ordinance number 3 of 2026, please.
Ordinance number 3 of 2026. An ordinance offering actuarial evaluation of the local fire pension plan consolidated into law, fee authorizing payment for said valuation and for the purposes. Whereas in 2020, the local fire pension relief fund for the city of Benton, Arkansas was consolidated into the Arkansas Local Police and Fire Retirement System, LOPI. And whereas the retired firefighters who participate in the local fire pension and relief fund have requested the city explore a proposed benefit increase of $300 per month for paid service participants and $50 per month for volunteer participants under the consolidated plan. And whereas the Arkansas law requires an actuarial valuation in compliance with applicable approval and filing procedures for any pension benefit increase may be implemented. Whereas it is in the city's interest to obtain an actual valuation to assess the feasibility and cost of any proposed benefit increase before further action is considered. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Benton, Arkansas. Section 1, authorization of actuarial evaluation. The City Council hereby authorizes the procurement of actual evaluation to evaluate the feasibility and cost of the proposed increase in firefighter retirement benefits administered through OIFI. This ordinance authorizes only the evaluation. Nothing in this ordinance shall be construed to approve, adopt, implement, or obligate the city to any pension benefit increase. Any benefit increase may be pursued only after receipt of evaluation and only in accordance with all applicable state law requirements, including any required approvals, filings, and effective date limitations. Section 2, authorization of payment, a funding source not to exceed amount. The City Council hereby authorizes payment of the actual cost of evaluation as invoiced by LAFI and or the Arkansas Fire and Pension, Police Pension Review Board, PRB, or their authorized actual service provider through an invoice issued by LAFI/PRB in an amount not to exceed $1,500. Payment shall be made from the local account into which the city deposits fire pension millage and other revenues collected for firefighter retirement purposes only to the extent such payment constitutes permissible payment to the system for employee coverage administered under the system. If for any reason payment from that account is not legally permissible, payment is authorized from the city's general fund or other lawful municipal source as determined by the city. Section 3, the mayor, city clerk, or their authorized designee are hereby authorized to execute any documents reasonably necessary to request, obtain, and pay for the evaluation and to take administrative actions consistent with this ordinance. Section 4, repeal our ordinance resolutions. Parts that are in conflict with this ordinance are hereby repealed to the extent of such conflict. Section 5, severability. If any section, subsection, sentence, clause, phrase, or portion of this ordinance is for any reason held invalid or unconstitutional by a court of competent jurisdiction, such portion shall be deemed a separate, distinct, and independent provision, and such holding shall not affect the validity of the remaining portions of this ordinance. Section 6, effective date. This ordinance shall become effective on July the 1st, 2026.
You remember last year, this request was brought to us, but we missed the deadline to actually apply for it. So we're doing it this month so we can get within the deadline. Any questions or comments from the public? From the council?
Take, is there a time frame at it? How many? Okay.
About 2 months. 2 months. Any other questions? All right, hear none, please take a vote. No. All right, any other questions? All right. Take a vote.
Judd Hart. Trevor Valines. Steve Lee. Okay. Jeff Ham.
Yes.
Frank Baptist.
Yes.
Steve Brown.
Yes.
Ian Spencer Cole.
Yes.
Evelyn Reed. Bill Donner. Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
All right, ordinance number 3 of 2026 passes 8-2. Moving down to the planning commission, Councilmember Richard Cole.
Yes, sir. I'd like to make a motion to read and adopt ordinance number 4 of 2026.
We have a motion and a second to read and adopt ordinance number 4 of 2026, please.
Ordinance number 4 of 2026, ordinance amending the City of Benton zoning ordinance number 14, 2017, as amended to amend section 7.022, S, school zoning district and for other purposes. For the City of Benton, Arkansas, the city has adopted and periodically amended ordinance number 14, 2017, the zoning ordinance pursuant to Arkansas Code annotated 1456-401. Whereas the city community development staff has requested an amendment to section 7.022 S school zoning district to clarify the intent of the district and the process for review of improvements on property zoned S school. And whereas the planning commission held a duly noticed public hearing on February the 5th, 2026 at 6 p.m. after publication of notice in newspaper having a bona fide circulation in Plain County, Arkansas, and made its recommendation to City Council regarding the proposed amendment. And whereas the City Council finds that the amendment set forth below promotes the public health, safety, and welfare and is consistent with the city's adopted plans and the purposes of the zoning ordinance. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Benton, Arkansas, Section 1, Amendment, Section 7.022 of Ordinance Number 14 of 2017, as amended, is hereby amended to read in its entirety as follows. New language y'all can just read it. Section 7.022S, School. A, intent and purpose. The school zoning district is reserved for lands owned by public is struck out school systems, which are used for school-related activities. The school zoning district is intended to provide a zone with the flexibility to allow for the variety of activities associated with school properties, including but not limited to rooms for classroom instruction, offices for administration, school assembly facilities, cafeterias, sporting facilities, and maintenance facilities. The layout of school properties should attempt to optimize the learning experience and safety of students while also maximizing compatibility with surrounding neighborhoods and local traffic patterns. The school zoning district shall not be applied to school district-owned properties which do not contain educational facilities for students. In B, the site planning process, which was in our old ordinance, all that has been struck. Section 2, repeal all ordinances, resolutions, or parts thereof in conflict with the ordinance hereby repealed and extend such conflict. Section 3, severability. Any provision in this ordinance held invalid, such invalidity shall not affect the other provisions that can be given effect without the invalid provision to this in provisions of this ordinance declared to be severable. Section 4, effective date. This ordinance shall take effect and be in full force 30 days from and after its passage and publication as required by law.
Right. Basically, it's adjusting our old ordinance to meet what the state does. So, yeah, any questions from the public? From the council? Please take a vote.
Trevor Valines. Steve Lee. Jeff Ham. Frank Baptist. Steve Brown.
Yes.
Ian Spencer Cole.
Yes.
Evelyn Reed.
Yes.
Bill Donner. Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
Jeff Hart.
All right, ordinance number 4, 2026 passes 9-1.
I'd like to make a motion to read and adopt ordinance number 5 of 2026 by title only.
We have a motion and a second to read and adopt ordinance number 5 of 2026 by title only. We'll have to vote on it, title only first.
All right. Voting on title only. Steve Lee.
Yes.
Jeff Ham.
Yes.
Frank Baptist.
Yes.
Steve Brown.
Yes.
Ian Spencer Cole.
Yes.
Evelyn Reed.
Yes.
Bill Donner. Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
Judd Hart. Trevor Valines.
Yes.
Pass 9-1 to vote on with title, reading the title only.
Ordinance number 5 of 2026, an ordinance rezoning property at 707 Columbia Road in the city of Benton, Saline County, Arkansas, from C2 general commercial to R5 multifamily district and for other purposes.
If you remember, this went through the P and Z and committee. Is there anyone here from 707 Columbia Road that'd like to speak on it? Okay, step up, turn the mic on, and tell us your name and your stance.
Yeah, so this is Tristan Phillips, here representing Richardson Engineering and the owner. So basically, we're just trying to clear up this property. The parcel number it's one property under one parcel number in the city, but if you look at the old surveys, technically it's two really old lots when they did the original survey way back in the day and made that area, that lot and block. So for whatever reason, when the city zoned that area, half of that property is zoned R5 and the other half is zoned C2, so we're just trying to clear that up. Yes, sir.
Can I ask a question? Sure. It seems to me that C2 doesn't offer as many options. Is there a
So-
reason why you're going to R5?
Yeah, so the goal is to build a duplex on that lot. So, which would be consistent with R5.
Anyone else? Thank you. No other questions? Please take a vote.
Jeff Ham. Frank Baptist.
Yes.
Steve Brown. Ian Spencer Cole.
Yes.
Evelyn Reed.
Yes.
Bill Donner. Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
Jeff Hart. Trevor Valines. Steve Lee.
All right, ordinance number 5/2026 passes 9-1.
I'd like to make a motion to read and adopt ordinance number 6/2026 by title only.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the second down there.
One right
Yeah.
beside you, and Steve Brown. Motion and second to read and adopt number 6, ordinance number 6/2026 by title only. We'll have to vote on the title only first.
Frank Baptist?
Yes.
Steve Brown?
Yes.
Ian Spencer Cole?
Yes.
Evelyn Reed?
Yes.
Bill Donner? Jeff Morrow?
Yes.
Judd Hart? Frere Valines? Steve Lee? Jeff Ham?
Vote on title, reading the title only passes 9-1. Please read the title.
I will say, I noticed in the agenda meeting in the title, industrial is spelled incorrectly, and we will correct that. We missed one. Ordinance number 6/2026, an ordinance rezoning 30.26 acres along Sleepy Village Road in the city of Benton, Saline County, Arkansas, from LI Light Industrial to R3 Single Family District and for other purposes.
All right, anyone here that would like to speak on this? All right,
Jonathan Hope with Hope Consulting. I spoke to you guys briefly at the commission's meeting. I think I gave you kind of a summary at that time. Do you guys have any additional questions I could answer? They're over 7,000 square feet in average. So that's larger than a lot of the ones we brought previously, recently, like the Grove, Spencer Crossing, Cottage Walk, Rosemary Fields. It's bigger than all of those. So all of them average at least 7,000 square feet. They all average over 7,000 square feet. So I would say they're bigger than a lot of the ones we brought recently.
so how many houses on this 30 acres?
I think it's going to be, we're doing the civil drawings right now. It looks like it's going to be around 143-ish.
Questions?
Thank you all.
Thank you. Let's take a vote.
Steve Brown?
Yes.
Ian Spencer Cole?
Yes.
Evelyn Reed? Bill Donner? Jeff Morrow?
Yes.
Judd Hart?
Yes.
Frere Valines?
Yes.
Steve Lee? Jeff Ham? Frank Baptist?
Yes.
Ordinance number 6/2026 duly passes.
I'd like to make a motion to read ordinance number 7/2026 by title only.
We have a motion and a second to read and adopt ordinance number 7/2026 by title only, please.
Take roll by title only.
Yes.
Ian Spencer Cole?
Yes.
Evelyn Reed? Bill Donner? Jeff Morrow?
Yes.
Judd Hart?
Yes.
Frere Valines?
Yes.
Steve Lee? Jeff Ham? Frank Baptist?
Yes.
Steve Brown?
All right, it passes 9-1 to read and adopt by title only.
Ordinance number 7/2026, an ordinance rezoning property along Longview Street in the city of Benton, Saline County, Arkansas, from R2 Single Family District Detached Housing to R5 Multifamily District and for other purposes.
Is anyone here to speak for or against this? I think there's some questions at the far end of the council table. Anyone from the council have a question?
I do. It says property along Longview Street. That street is, we're not talking about the entire street, are we? Or are we just talking about a specific part of that? Just because
State your name, please, first.
Two lots that's directly behind the apartment complex that's there that we had done parceled into one. It's not, all the way down Longview Street. It's just one parcel of land.
do we need to specify that parcel, or even though it says just property along, or does that make it legal still?
So council members, I think right after the ordinance, there's the legal description, that's Exhibit A. It talks about there's two parcels that'd roughly be 1508 Longview.
It does have the address in here.
And this is very similar to the Columbia Avenue. It's two older lots. There were two lots and now they're one lot. So it'd be 1508 Longview would probably be the address that's going to be assigned to at least one of the units.
All right, anyone else with a question? All right, please take a vote.
Evelyn Reed. Bill Donner. Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
Jeff Hart.
Yes.
Trevor Lyons.
Yes.
Steve Lee. Jeff Ham. Frank Baptist. Steve Brown. And Spencer Cole.
Yes.
All right, ordinance number 7, 2026 passes 9-1.
Yes, sir, I'd like to make a motion to, read and adopt ordinance number 8 of 2026 by title only.
We have a motion and a second to read and adopt ordinance number 8 of 2026 by title only. Will we vote on title only first?
Bill Donner. Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
Jeff Hart.
Yes.
Trevor Lyons.
Yes.
Steve Lee.
Yes.
Jeff Ham. Frank Baptist. Steve Brown. And Spencer Cole.
Yes.
Evelyn Reed.
All right, to pass it with title only, the vote is 9-1, so it does pass.
Ordinance number 8 of 2026, the ordinance rezoning approximately 62.99 acres located on the north side of Sleepy Village Road in the city of Benton, Saline County, Arkansas, from LI Light Industrial District to R3 Single Family Residential District, amending the official zoning map and for other purposes.
Mr. Hope, would you, since this is your project, would you like to speak on it?
Jonathan Hope with Hope Consulting. This one's taken about a year to get to this point. We had to work through the city of Bryant to do secondary access through the Bryant Parks Department, which went to their city council, was approved. This is about a mile away from Gravity Sewer, so we had to work on off-site easements for water, sewer, electric. If this is approved tonight, this would bring sewer up the parkway to an area that's not there now, which hopefully would get rid of a donut area that's in the county right now for annexation and other development along the parkway. So very hopeful you guys agree this is a good idea and vote for this tonight.
How many houses?
This is about 240. And this is, the project for home building might not start for a long time. But right now, this is a opportunity to buy the land from Reynolds and, to feel good about developing it. It doesn't need to be light industrial. So it's set up to close later this week. And so, would appreciate your vote.
All right, anyone else have any comments on this? Questions from the council? All right,
Just to make sure I understand, sir, I know it says north side of Sleepy Village, but is there also a portion on the south side of Sleepy Village? I'm looking at it now.
go ahead, Jason.
So, sorry, council members, I noticed in the packet, the two maps got reversed. The previous ordinance that Mr. Hope spoke on is Madeline Grove, that's on the south side of Sleepy Village, pretty much right across from Hurricane Creek Elementary. That was the 30 acres. This is the 62.99 acres on the north side of Sleepy Village.
Any other questions? All right, please take a vote.
Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
Jeff Hart. Trevor Lyons. Steve Lee. Jeff Ham. Frank Baptist. Steve Brown. And Spencer Cole.
Yes.
Evelyn Reed. Bill Donner.
All right, ordinance number 8 of 2026 passes 9-1. Anything else?
Yes, sir, I'd like to make a motion to read and adopt ordinance number 9 of 2026.
We have a motion and a second to read and adopt ordinance number 9 of 2026, please.
Ordinance number 9 of 2026, the ordinance granting an appeal to the Benton City Council from a decision of the Board of Adjustments denying a sign variance or permit decision under the Benton sign regulations. Ordinance number 42 of 2020, setting the appeal for the City Council hearing on February the 23rd, 2026, and for the purposes Whereas the City of Benton has adopted sign regulations by ordinance number 42 of 2020, sign regulations. Whereas the sign regulations provide that if the Board of Adjustment refuses a variation or decision, the applicant may appeal the decision to the City Council subject to the deadlines and submission requirements stated in sections 6.08, and further provide that the City Council shall grant only the minimum variance required to make possible the request consistent with the ordinance purpose and intent and the public welfare. Whereas on February the 3rd, 2026, the Board of Adjustment issued a decision in case number VAR-26-2, the board decision denying or refusing the requested sign variance. It was denying a permit for property located at 1709 Military Road, the property. And whereas the applicant, Gene Morris, DHR Group Sonic, the appellant, submitted a written appeal of the board decision to the Community Development Department on February the 6th, 2026. And city staff has determined that the appeal was submitted in compliance with the applicable timing and submission requirements stated in section 6.08 of the sign regulations, including submission within the stated period from the board's decision and in time for city council agenda consideration. Now therefore be it ordained by the city council of the city of Benton, Arkansas, section 1, incorporation of recitals. The recitals above are incorporated as findings of the city council as they fully set forth herein. Section 2, appeal granted. Matter docketed for city council review pursuant to section 6.08 of the Benton sign regulations, ordinance number 42 of 2020. The city council hereby grants the appellant request to take an appeal from the board decision, and the appeal is accepted, docketed for city council consideration of the sign regulations. Section 3, hearing, consideration, date, notice, record. A, the city council heard and considered the appeal at a public meeting of the city council on February the 23rd, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. at 410 River Street, Benton, Arkansas. B, the city clerk and or community development department has to provide notice of the city council hearing consideration to the appellant and any other persons entitled to the notice under city policy and applicable law, an assembly for the city council, the Board of Adjustment record and materials relevant to the appeal. Section 4, scope of city council action, minimum relief. Consistent with ordinance number 42 of 2020, when the city council grants relief on the appeal, the city council must grant only the minimum variance or relief required to make possible the variance request, provided that any relief granted is in harmony with the general purpose and intent of the sign regulation, is not injurious to the neighborhood or otherwise detrimental to the public welfare. Section 5, relief granted. In accordance with the applicant's request, the city council has granted the appeal, approving the variance requested. Section 6, severability. Any provisions ordinance held invalid such as validity shall not affect the other provisions which can be in effect without the invalid provisions. Section 7, repeal. All ordinance or parts of ordinance in conflict with this ordinance are repealed to the extent of the conflict. Section 8, effective date. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect 30 days from and after its passage, and publication is required by law.
I think the way I understand it, they had a sign when they started to tear it down to build us a bigger and better sign. The sign got tore down, and they're just asking to replace that sign. Is that pretty much it, gentlemen? Would any one of y'all like to speak on it or come up and answer any questions the council might have? Please come up, state your name.
My name is David Hall, and I'm the owner of Sonic Benton, and I appreciate y'all letting me speak tonight, and I'll be as brief as possible. I believe in front of you, you should have a packet of points that I put together. I've been in this store since 1980, and we've been in. It was built in 1972, and I wrote in my points that we're not a faceless corporate entity. I have my director of operations with me tonight, my two sons that supervise stores for us, and we on point one, since 1972, we've paid many millions in state, county, city advertising promotion taxes. On point three, we have 80 employees hired so far, looking to reach at least 100. And on point four, I'm a very loyal person. I've used Benton businesses since 1980. Allied Glass, Northside Heating and Air, Denny Dyer Plumbing, Darrell Wood, done my lawn work for 35 years, James Posey, Jerry Green at Dubs, Johnson Home Center, so our money is spent locally. We've put, this project is north of $4.5 million so far. So I feel like we're putting a considerable amount investment into the city of Benton, building a very nice facility. And I appreciate you letting me speak tonight.
Do any of the council have a question?
I do. Quick question on it. Is the sign gonna be bigger, brighter, or the exact same?
The sign, we're not asking for any
It
more or
won't be
less
like
than what we had.
LED or brighter and flashing or
No, sir.
anything?
It will actually be, it's 50 square foot, actually a little less than the existing sign that we have. It'll just be the current LED lighting, not any brighter than anybody else that has LED lighting up down the street that I know of. Yeah, we did have a digital sign, and we're doing away with it.
And again, why was it taken down in the construction period?
We moved our driveways, the property owners beside us and property owner behind us gracious enough to allow us to purchase their property and expand. So therefore, we had to move our driveways. We moved our actual footprint over toward Duke wholesale property slightly. So that's the reason we had to move the sign. Move it to the east. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And slightly smaller footprint.
Any other questions? Well, the only problem with cause is to allow others to tear theirs down for this council for a very.
This is probably not the appropriate time, but I'm gonna mention it before I forget.
Later, I think this gives us an opportunity, though, to go back in committee starting next month and relook at that ordinance, to look at an opportunity to provide clarity for these types of situations that I don't think was anticipated when the ordinance was written. So I'd like to make that suggestion for committee for next month.
Jason is noted. Any others? If not, take a vote.
Thank you.
Judd Hart. Trevor Valines.
Yes.
Steve Lee. Jeff Ham. Frank Baptist.
Yes.
Steve Brown.
Yes.
And Spencer Cole.
Yes.
Evelyn Reed. Bill Donner. Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
Ordinance number 9, 2026 passes 8-2. Move on down to Public Utility Commission. Councilmember Hall.
Yes, Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to read and adopt ordinance 10 of 2026, please.
Second. We have a motion and a second to read and adopt ordinance number 10 of 2026, please.
Ordinance number 10 of 2026, ordinance waiving competitive bidding and authorizing Benton Utilities to purchase 2 replacement horizontal centrifugal skid-mounted pumps with 150 horsepower horizontal electric motors for the water treatment plant and for the purposes. Whereas Benton Utilities operates and maintains the city's water treatment plant, which is essential to the provisions of safe and reliable portable water to the citizens of Benton, Arkansas. And whereas Benton Utilities has immediate need to purchase 2 replacement horizontal centrifugal skid-mounted pumps with 150 horsepower horizontal electric motors to maintain continued uninterrupted operation of the water treatment plant. And whereas Ideal Pump and Services has been determined to be the sole source provider capable of supplying the specific replacement pumps and associated services required for compatibility with the existing system. And whereas because of the sole source nature of the equipment and the operational necessity of timely replacement, competitive bidding is not feasible or practical under the circumstances. And whereas City Council of City of Benton, Arkansas finds that waiving competitive bidding and authorizing this purchase is in the best interest of the city and its residents. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Benton, Arkansas, Section 1, authorization of purchase. Benton Utilities is hereby authorized to purchase 2 replacement horizontal centrifugal skid-mounted pumps with 150 horsepower horizontal electric motors for the water treatment plant from Ideal Pump and Services, 3102 South Main Street, Stuttgart, Arkansas, 72160, at a total purchase price not to exceed $96,000. Section 2, waiver of competitive bidding pursuant to the applicable Arkansas law. The City Council hereby finds that competitive bidding for this purchase is not feasible or practical due to the sole source nature of the equipment and the immediate operation will need, and the requirement for competitive bidding is therefore waived. Section 3, ratification. All actions taken by Benton Utilities and city staff prior to the adoption of this ordinance that are consistent with the authority granted here and are hereby approved, ratified, and confirmed. Section 4, severability and provision of this ordinance declared invalid or unenforceable. Such invalidity shall not affect the other provisions of this ordinance. Section 5, effective date. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect 30 days from and after its passage and approval as provided by law.
All right. Anyone in the public have a question or comment on this? Sole source. Council member have a question. Take a vote.
Trevor Valines. Steve Lee. Jeff Ham. Frank Baptist. Steve Brown. Ian Spencer Cole. Evelyn Reed. Bill Donner. Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
Jeff Hart.
Yes.
All right. Ordinance number 9 of 2026. That has duly passed. Ordinance number 10.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion, we read and adopt resolution, or ordinance 11 of 2026, please.
All right. We have a motion and a second to read and adopt ordinance number 11 of 2026, please.
Ordinance number 11 of 2026. Ordinance waiving competitive bidding and authorizing Benton Utilities to purchase an ultraviolet UV system upgrade, including installation at the wastewater treatment plant and for the purposes. Whereas Benton Utility owns, operates, and maintains the City of Benton wastewater treatment plant, which is critical to protecting public health, safety, and the environment. And whereas Benton Utilities has immediate need to purchase and install an ultraviolet UV system upgrade at the wastewater treatment plant in order to maintain compliance with operational and regulatory requirements. And whereas Trojan Technologies has been determined to be the sole source provider capable of supplying the required UV system upgrade and installation services compatible with the existing treatment system. And whereas due to the sole source nature of the equipment and services and the need for timely completion of the upgrade, competitive bidding is not feasible or practical. And whereas the City Council of City of Benton, Arkansas finds that the approval of this purchase and the waiver of competitive bidding is in the best interests of the city and its residents. Now therefore be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Benton, Arkansas, Section 1, authorization of purchase. Benton Utilities hereby authorized to purchase that ultraviolet UV system upgrade, including installation for the wastewater treatment plant from Trojan Technologies, 4310 44th Street Southeast, Kentwood, Michigan, 49512, at a total purchase price not to exceed $100,354.16. Section 3, waiver of competitive bidding. The City Council hereby finds that the competitive bidding for the purchase authorized herein is not feasible or practical due to the sole source nature of the equipment and services, and therefore the requirement of competitive bidding is waived pursuant to applicable Arkansas law. Section 3, ramifications. All actions taken by Benton Utilities and city staff prior to the adoption of this ordinance that are consistent with authority granted here and are hereby approved, ratified, and confirmed. Section 4, severability and provision of this ordinance is held to be invalid or unenforceable. Such invalidity shall not affect the remaining provisions. Section 5, effective date. This ordinance shall be in full force and effect 30 days from and after its passage and approval as required by law.
All right, any questions or comments from the public? From the council? Take a vote.
Steve Lee. Jeff Ham. Frank Baptist. Steve Brown. Ian Spencer Cole. Evelyn Reed. Bill Donner. Jeff Morrow.
Yes.
Jeff Hart.
Yes.
Trevor Valines.
All right, ordinance number 11 of 2026 passes 9-1. Anything from the Streets Committee? Huh? Nothing else, thank you. Anything from the Streets Committee? This time we'll take public comments. All right, seeing no one wanting to speak, we'll move on and we'll look at the calendar. I just want to remind, just a minute, I'm going to do that in just a minute. Just want to remind everyone that in March, we'll have our committee meetings on March the 9th due to the chamber banquet being on the 10th. The council meeting is moved up to March the 16th because of spring break and a lot of people leave town and we need a full council here to conduct business. I do want to make the announcement to the public that with Mr. Donner's passing, that we will be advertising for the position and taking applications. So we'll be looking in the paper and on our webpage for that advertisement as we move forward. It was a sad day when we got that call. I know that Mr. Donner loved this city, gave his heart for the people, supported our staff 100% with every vote he made. He took every vote serious, as all the council do, and he will be missed. So at this time, I'm going to open it up for any council member that would like to say anything else. And we'll start with Mr. Baptist and just work our way across.
I've known Bill for many years, and I've always known him as a true gentleman, and he did serve the city, citizens well, and he was unpretentious and always willing to listen rather than speak, and I admire him for those attributes.
Mr. Donner was one of the council members that I personally looked up to. He was a quiet leader. He was a great listener before he spoke, but when he spoke, his words carried weight. And I think we all respected that immensely. The city lost a great servant of the people, and we all lost a true friend. He'll be missed greatly.
Mr. Donner come up to me, he told me, he said, Ms. Cole, if you had any questions, come to me. And it always stuck to me. And when my father passed away, he come to my father's repast and he said, Miss Ann, I'm going to come and see you because I know how it feels. And Mr. Donner was always there for me. And he always tell me every time he leave here, you have a good night, Miss Cole. And I'm going to miss that.
just a few thoughts. And the first one is he always put Benton first, and so that's the kind of person he was, and he always continued to, like everyone said, listen to the constituents. And
No, I'll be honest, I did.
I don't have much to say. He was a good friend for 35 years. I loved him. And we had a special friendship. And he will be missed. Thank you.
He was very good to me. He liked to joke that I always take care of you, and he always did. He's going to be greatly missed, and I appreciate his service to this city. He spent a lot of time giving back to the city and giving to all of us.
You know, I'll remember this forever, that Bill came to my office as soon as I got elected 8 years ago, and he said, as long as you're doing it for the citizens, for the staff, I will always support it, and he always has. Good for people. And that's what made it special. He had no hidden agenda. It was always what was best for the public. So, Baxter, you had something.
The words that were spoken tonight, the honor that was shown to Bill. Very fitting.
All right, thank you. And with that, we're going to close.